Welcome into Red's Reality Podcast. I'm your host, Josh Razauskas, bringing you reality as I see it on all things your Cincinnati Reds. And the Reds win two in a row, as tonight we got the victory over the Cleveland Guardians by a final score of 5-4 in our quest to win the coveted Ohio Cup, ladies and gentlemen. And as you can see by the show breakdown, the breakdown of how we got this win can be summed up in three ways. Will Benson and Austin Hayes come through with big home runs as the Reds put a 4 spot on the board in the first inning. Will Benson continues to be hotter than a firecracker since the swing changed to the Eric Davis-like swing and working so closely with Davis on reaching his full potential and becoming a better player overall. And Austin Hayes came up with a big fly tonight as well. Gavin Lux got a couple of key hits along the way to just move runners over and keep the train going. So the offense worked well enough tonight to get the victory. But the thing that really put the Reds over the top in this game was the pitching. As you can see by the breakdown, I have it written down here tonight that Singer hangs tough. And the reason I say that is because he had much better stuff than what the box score will show. The box score will, of course, show that he gave up the 3 of the 4 runs that the Guardians scored tonight. But in actuality, he was squeezed a lot by the home plate umpire. Those of us in the group chat and over on the Locked On Reds Discord tonight were all saying the same thing, that this umpire has a tight as heck strike zone, and he was just screwing Brady Singer all over the place. So a couple of close pitches that he should have gotten the call on, and we could have been even more relaxed and felt even better. But he had good enough stuff to throw pitches around the 83 pitch mark, I think, is where he left this game after 5 innings, and just did enough to get the Reds a victory. And then the bullpen deals, as the final bullet point says here today, because it started with Taylor Rogers, who has been kind of the iffy Reds pitcher this year. He's not exactly been who I was praising him to be when they made the trade for him. He's not exactly been who all of Reds country expected him to be. He's not been that lights out, late inning, left arm guy per se when he's been in there. He's blown a lot of close leads. But tonight, he had a 1-2-3 6th inning and really did a good job at heavily put out there. Sorry, got a little tongue-tied there. But a heavy amount of left-handed pitching is a good thing against this Guardians lineup, who's heavy on left-handed hitting. Sorry, finally got it out there. Trying to do this all from one piece of notes while looking at the camera. Still learning on the job, folks. Really am. But anyway, yeah, he was just really good and had his best outing, I think, all year. And then right behind him came Graham Ashcraft in the 7th with a 5-pitch inning. Came Tony Santillan in the 8th, who did give up a solo home run, but it didn't matter in the end because the 5-run lead was still a thing. So that was the 4th Guardians run, and it came off the bat of Jose Ramirez, who, if you know anything about baseball, and in particular Reds and Guardians baseball, you know what a dangerous hitter that Jose Ramirez is for the Cleveland Guardians and what he brings to their table. So there's no shame in that at all. And then Emilio Pagan has a great bounce back in the 9th inning. You did have one ball that was hit really well and looked like the batter, I forget which batter it was, apologies, but it looked like the Cleveland batter just got underneath the pitch and just missed a home run. So that was a big relief, but Emilio bounced back tonight and did get his 10th save of the season. So he's back up into double digits. And just like we've been saying, you just have to be consistent and keep putting it all together and do it game by game, little by little. This is 2 in a row. You make it 3 in a row tomorrow. You make it 4 in a row on Sunday, and you just keep climbing back up and climbing back up and climbing back up. I believe with the way the lineup is clicking right now, another thing I forgot to mention, and I just now realize I forgot to mention, Matt McClain had another good night tonight, and he batted ninth. So what the Reds did was essentially had 2 leadoff hitters, as TJ Friedel also returned to the lineup from his bone bruise. So everything just sort of clicked in place tonight, and that's what you have to keep doing. You just do that one game after another. And like I said yesterday, if the Reds can be back at 500 baseball or better by the end of May, I'll be feeling really good, and I'll still be feeling like we should be talking about a playoff run come the end of the year. So, as always, let me know what you thought about everything in today's game and where the team is by chiming in the comment section down below. You can follow us at the show over on Reds Reality Pod at Blue Sky and Twitter/X, or you can chime in with us at our friends at the Locked On Reds podcast on their Discord in the Creators Corner channel section. And as always, if this was your first time here and you enjoyed hearing what you heard today and watching what you watched, I would, of course, love to have you stick around by hitting that subscribe button that will be on your end screen momentarily. You can also check out the previous episode on your end screen, as well as the episode that YouTube itself recommends the most to you. And remember that I, Josh Razauskas, will continue to bring you reality as I see it on all things your Cincinnati Reds.